Bros play.
All right, yeah. You ready to tear down there, brother?
Oh, I'm ready to tear down, dude.
Part Oni.
The teardown.
Hey, wait! I didn't bus joke.
It's a pretty windy day. Those hydro lines just. Oh, never mind. It must have been when they spawned in.
Oh,
they were all
got
waving,
all wavy.
yeah.
That's a feature of indie games. Well, games actually.
Well, I like the concept that they probably had them spawn straight, like straight across, and then immediately gravity starts pulling them down.
I found that if physics are kind of messed up, it's usually like when something spawns in, because it's like trying to figure out gravity and shit, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because the idea is like something is spawned in a place that makes sense, but then you haven't accounted for all of the extra actions. That's why ragdoll physics can sometimes be so funny, where you go from a rigid character to a ragdoll instantaneously.
Yeah.
And so it just makes for all of these hilarious interactions.
Do you know Sledgehammer is the preferred tool of people who take trees down?
I've never seen it, but that looked like a pretty dry tree, so I buy it.
Arborists, are they called?
Arborists.
Tree people?
Yeah, I've had to deal with some arborists recently, and
really?
It's just we have to take down a lot of trees to get access for the work that we do, and it's kind of interesting how specialized the skill set is. Like, you'd think, well, there's trees everywhere. Everybody deals with trees.
Mm.
But no, it's a very specialized industry.
Of course it is.
And
trees are dangerous.
Well, that's the thing. You don't think about how dangerous trees are because you climb them and whatever. But like, yeah, you fell a tree the wrong way, and you're talking about like a $300,000 fix to a house.
Well, it's kind of like when how there's air everywhere.
Huh? You have to explain that one to me,
like,
brother.
because nobody cares about the air quality, but then somebody in a specialized field comes in, you know?
What are you trying to sell me duct cleaning services again?
I'm not trying.
You're succeeding?
I
Is
will
that what
succeed.
You're doing?
That's my plan, yeah.
Can you blow this up by hitting it with the hammer?
You're really going to ask me to try that with my face? Like, I'm your brother.
Yeah.
We grew up together. Like,
so? Your face is my face right now, brother.
I don't know if that's the truth, but...
My fasa es su fasa.
Well, how the old expression goes, my face is your face.
I suddenly feel like there's a song there. My face is your face.
My
your
face is my face. But please don't take mine. There's a character called... Well, no. In Avatar, there's a character who steals your face.
What?
Yeah.
Avatar The Last Airbender?
The only one worth... yeah.
That is not the only Avatar worth mentioning. How dare you?
James Cameron has never made a good film. He's pretty much an art house guy.
You are just being all kinds of...
Contrarian?
Oh, look at that.
Contrarian for fun, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say facetious, but then I forgot what facetious meant temporarily.
He won't take it personally.
So you can also blow it up by wedging it in the door too quickly? Good to know.
We got a fire starting. Wonder if this also starts fires.
The lamp without a cable, I love it.
Okay. It's battery powered.
So that'll go on its own, because as soon as it gets to the next tank... Ooh, front end loader.
Yeah. The preferred method of house destroying. Oh, I can first person it.
5.2 meters too tall. I love it.
Yeah, so the point of what I'm doing right now is I'm bringing that that dot there. I'm trying to get it to the ground. I'm trying to bring it 5.2 meters down.
You're so reckless.
I'm tearing it down.
Yeah, but you don't have a bucket anymore.
I don't need a bucket. I just need the front end.
You need a bucket because now you can't take out the upper walls, bro.
Okay, fine.
What are you doing, bro?
Little Mr. Man.
Is this the only house in this level?
Yeah, this is level 1.
You're gonna be careful with that shit.
These are negligently designed, if we're being honest.
Negligently designed.
A door wedge should not destroy a propane tank like that.
Yeah, can you imagine? You're trying to set up a new acetylene torch, and next thing you know, you're lying on the ground 30 feet away.
I don't think there should be a third-person option, if we're being honest here.
Is there? Like when you're in the machine?
In the machine, it starts like that. But this to me is like the way.
I love how janky it feels.
Can I not move this thing?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to move the
boom side to side?
not the boom, the oh, I've actually just done my training on this stuff. So the turret I want to turn. I don't think they've designed it.
No, I guess it doesn't. That's so strange. You have to turn the tracks. You have to turn the whole. Huh.
I mean, all I can do is raise and lower the boom.
Well, that's disappointing.
The primary boom. I have no control over the jib though, which is where it's just makes me uncomfortable for being
I love the Minecraft physics going into this right now because that roof is somehow still up there.
So, yes, but also no. They're using something called voxels, which are volume pixels essentially. So, instead of it being object based, it is every little thing. Everything is made out of tiny little things.
Right.
And so we still haven't got it. So we're gonna raise this motherfucker. Oh, the jib kind of opens. That's pretty cool. The bucket kind of moves with the boom. I actually recently just did my MEUP training.
MEUP?
Yeah.
Is that what they call that?
Mobile Elevated Work Platform.
Oh, okay. So
Not
that'd be like
this.
scissor lifts.
I don't have my scissor lifts and boom lifts.
Yeah, boom lifts always freak me out.
Yeah.
And do you know why people always leave their boom lifts up?
So that people don't get in the bucket?
I guess, but you can still access the control panel.
Or to give drunk teenagers a good thing to climb?
That's what I'm always worried about. And, like, it just seems to me like if you leave it on the ground and somebody fucks around with it, like, that is what it is. But if you leave it up and it falls, like if the hydraulics fail, then you're just SOL.
That's what really freaks me out. I was in a boom recently, about 40 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And that was always the thing that scared me. It was like, what if this thing just
sudden loss of
fails,
hydraulic power?
right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just trust in some random dude you've never met to have done a good safety on it, right?
Well, and that's why it's so critical with that kind of equipment to inspect it, because it's one thing your excavator stops working, like you get out, but your boom lift stops working and you reach the ground a little quicker than you were hoping to.
Yeah, I've personally
just for the record, that building was not demolished. It was beat up, but
yeah, I don't know.
Would not consider that
if
demolished.
we're like legitimate.
No, you're not. You're a fucking cowboy, that's for sure.
Because Lee Chemicals, I'm pretty sure we steal stuff.
You steal from them?
So at first I was like, what would be the point? I see now those waving doodles.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was like, what is the point of this game if all I'm doing is bringing stuff down? I thought that was all it was the point. But what we're doing, is there a map? Whoa! That is the coolest map I've ever seen. Yeah, so there's a fire alarm. And the fire alarm goes off with large fires. That's pretty cool. We need to get these computers.
What?
This is a remarkably competent video game. I'm very impressed.
So hold on. So you're not authorized to be here?
No, we're stealing this stuff.
Oh, that's so fun. So this is not a destruction mission. Like, there's no destruction criteria.
Yeah. But we can use this to break in. Right?
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right? And then we're just gonna kind of whoop.
Oh.
Got it. Where's the
Oh my god.
This building across the way. We probably just sledge it. I love how they gave me a spray can. I don't think it does anything other than probably
helps you hit the right target when you're in a machine. If you're like, I gotta bust this wall.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it probably deals with security cameras. That'd be pretty cool.
Ah.
Polka dot house.
It would actually be pretty sweet if it was like an explosive paint.
Or you could... I wonder if it catches fire. I'm not going to set anything on fire because that would set off the alarm.
It's funny that they give you an extinguisher. Would there be a reason to stop a fire?
To stop the fire alarm from going off.
Oh, right, because you're stealing stuff this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was my first question: was who cares about? Sorry, that is the softest steel bucket I've ever seen in my life.
They're voxels. It's not a steel bucket. It's a voxel based bucket.
Well, the voxels need to be tougher.
Yeah.
They need to hold on to their neighbor better.
You need hard voxels and soft voxels.
But you know why I think they do it is because otherwise a front end loader would be so overpowered. if there was just no limit to its bucket strength.
I have a feeling it wasn't. Oh, this is not the right building. I have a feeling it wasn't actually a design choice so much as a problem that turned into a funny way of the game working.
Now, can you sledge through a brick wall, like slowly over time?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's got to have balance, bro. You got to have something that you can't do. Ooh, boom lift.
Speaking of mobile elevated platforms.
Mute. And this one, they've left this one high too.
Yeah.
So weirdly though,
at least they went with the industry standard.
They've actually done the right thing here. So this right here, so bucket, jib, secondary boom, primary boom, and then within, you're supposed to keep the primary boom's inside elbow within the 4 wheels, which is the area of stability. So right now it's actually stable, even though it's outside of its area, because the what's it called? Center of gravity is actually right here. So it's actually a little bit outside, if we're being honest.
That's close enough.
Could probably have done a little bit better, but
yeah, it's that COM's in the wrong spot.
I actually don't have like a body. Like when I get on this, I'm just
disembodied.
Less embodied.
Not entirely without one.
Yeah, they're underrepresented in video games, if we're being honest.
Boom lifts?
No, disembodied human beings.
Oh, yeah. No, I would hate to leave the disembodied humans out.
Same with Sledgehammer holding people.
So this is such a dick move. Sorry, I just caught the ass end of your front end loader coming out of that other totally unrelated building with no computers. Can you imagine you came in the morning and someone was like, "Sir, somebody stole our computers," and you're like, "Oh fuck!" And they broke in to do it. Oh, so they broke into this building, and that building? Yes, and they also demolished the workhouse. Like, why the fuck did they demolish the workhouse? There's nothing in there.
Well, we had people break in. I worked at a place where people kept breaking into our vans, and
Sorry, is there a news report? Yeah, breaking news.
Oh, that's funny.
At Lee Chemicals?
Breaking news.
The perpetrator. That's
and
awesome.
Run, no fun for Lee Sun. And look at the animation. Just tremendous.
It's beautiful. It's voxel. Could even say.
Yeah.
So is that Lee Sun?
Yeah, that's the guy we stole from, I guess.
That's not who I predicted it would be. But all right.
You didn't think there'd be a handlebar mustache on a man who runs a place called Lee Chemicals?
No, I just was not expecting a redhead.
Clearly,
you have to go back to Lee Chemicals?
Yeah, we're going to score again.
Oh, that is such a dick move.
Oh, yeah, we had people steal from our vans, but the funny part was they broke... Oh, this is just gonna... Yeah, I know it's locked.
What's the key
those are just signs. Okay, I thought those were like...
Well, one of the signs, I think, is indicating that they've installed a new security system.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so we've come back and they've now beefed up security. That makes sense.
So you can't drive the van.
Not that van, but all the other ones. I'm not crazy about how intense this depth of field effect is, but it does kind of make it kind of visceral, so... extinguisher, spray can. I guess we gotta find our way in. Maybe we'll use
Yeah,
this.
I think something up there.
I should finish my thought here. They broke into more than one door of the same van.
Aww.
When all they had to do is break one.
So they broke 2 windows or something like that.
They crowbarred open both doors, and I'm like, you could have just pressed the open door button.
Interesting.
But
it's just funny you say that. It reminds me that I just played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time.
Cool.
Which was, actually really neat, because I've heard a lot about it, but I've never actually had a group of people to play with.
Now we're talking proper original Dungeons and Dragons, like role-playing, tabletop kind of thing.
Full on. Like we didn't build our own characters, because a guy at work was coordinating it, so he said he would just build a bunch of pre-made characters so we could kind of jump into it. The goal was to play it for about an hour and a half. We ended up playing for like almost 2.5. Just because Dungeons and Dragons takes forever, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that, the simple decisions you run across was like, hey, there's a door and we don't have a thief, so we don't have any lock picking. So what are we going to do? Oh, I've got a crowbar. Like, let's break in. So we break in and it makes a noise, but then we all slip inside so that no one notices us. But it caused some of the enemies to start patrolling outside that door. So as soon as we started a battle on the other side of that building, they started coming in the back door. So now we're fighting a battle on two sides. And it was neat because I've played a ton of video games, and because they're so procedural, you get used to like what you can and can't do and what the rules are. But when you're playing, quote unquote, against a dungeon master, they can do whatever the hell they want, right? So you can...
Pretty much all video games, all RPGs especially, pretty much come from Dungeons and Dragons.
And you can feel it too.
Like Warcraft comes from
heavily
the stories.
Heavily, yeah.
And then a huge amount... Uh-oh. Where's the fire? Oh, shit. So this is where it gets really interesting, because in order to... What? I pressed E? What? Oh, it's telling me to quick save first. I was like, I'm pressing E. Like, what are you talking about? So that sets off the alarm. So now I have 60 seconds to get the other two.
Oh, right? Shit.
So we're basically going to use this as a trial run because I just quick saved, and we're going to figure out the route.
Oh, man.
And we might have to go and like pre-break things to find out where we're going. Oh, it's in the next building here. It's in that guy there. I love that map to death. That is like...
Yeah, that is so brilliant.
It actually makes me as happy as the Helldivers 2 map. That like only comes out when you use it.
Right.
And then it helps you get like a sense of direction, but you also can't you don't really know where stuff is until you mark it, which is really cool. So like if I marked an objective in Helldivers but then I died, my teammates would have to remark it because I'm dead. Like my character's not there anymore. My map marker doesn't exist because I don't exist. Even though I'm spawning in, I'm actually a new Helldiver.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's like Cryptosporidium 137.
Oh, it's the helicopters.
Oh, so you have to get out in that 60 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, we got to escape.
But yeah, it was cool playing a game where, so like we had one guy who played a long time ago, and so he like was a little more aware of how much role playing can affect it. Mm-hmm. So I was playing it more like a tabletop strategy game. Like, well, if you do this and I do that and whatever, we'll figure it out. Whereas for him, he was like feverishly taking notes about who the characters were. And so we were trying to convince this one captain to come with us. And so he was like saying how he knows the king personally and they have like a good relationship, and the captain was like really respectful of the king, so it gave him an advantage in his role. And it was kind of funny because the guy who played Dungeons and Dragons a lot had just the shittiest rolls all night long. Like he just kept falling in the mud. He kept like really, really cocking it up when it came to his persuasion rolls.
Yep.
But then the guy he convinced to come with us was just a fucking animal. He just kept massacring people like one shot. And so it worked out well because we had a player who had to leave. So he just, at one point his character just wandered into the woods, vanished. And if we hadn't brought the captain with us, we would have been screwed. But yeah, it was definitely neat to be able to play something where the rules are not fixed. Because I'm so used to video games where it's just like, oh, well, if that doesn't work, then we'll quick save and we'll try again, right?
That's called save scumming. Never admit that again on the internet. In fact, we're going to censor this video heavily.
Yeah, we're going to take that out. So people won't even know what they just heard.
The plan!
Well, that almost looked like it went.
Where's the van? The van was supposed to be here.
The truck.
Where's the truck?
It's right in front of you. Keep going. To the right.
Oh, the truck was right here.
The truck is right there.
Oh, the truck?
Yeah, I thought so. Well, let's find it on the way in. Oh, shit, we can't.
We can, but... we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, the truck was supposed to be here.
the van was supposed to be. So you see how this is like a combination of tactics and speed running, because I'm like motoring and I'm like moving my mouse like a maniac and making people sick to their stomachs.
Well, in hindsight, and like I guess we still could do this. So I guess we still could do this, but like in hindsight, knowing what you know now, you would go and like pre-break the things that you need to get from location to location.
Yeah, I could even build stuff if I wanted to. Like, I'm not getting that complicated because I know this game only gets harder and harder, and we're gonna have even more fun.
So you can actually build?
Figuring out. Well, you can go and like grab existing things like boxes
and put them in
stuff,
place. Yeah.
or
Okay.
go and grab like a front end loader and then put it up there so you can jump on top of it.
Right, or you can put a plate across the water so you could just walk through.
Yeah.
Very interesting, because I totally did not... Like, I thought this was going to be like Power Wash Simulator. Right? There's the truck. Because, yeah, I figured it was just going to be like, all right, you tear down a building, and then you tear down a factory, and then you tear down a hospital. Like, just, you know, one after the other.
Yeah, like Power Wash Simulator.
But this is absolute chaos. Fucking love it.
Come on, baby.
Get in the van!
The van was here.
And the helicopter still caught us.
Oh, damn, he's driving away.
Couldn't possibly find him.
Oh, right, I forgot about this. It shows you
Nice.
the path that you took.
You're pretty efficient about this. You figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done even better. I could have blown up this wall here and just gone boop.
Nah.
I just figured we can continue because it only gets crazier, and there's times where like there's one racetrack level. I got a blowtorch.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and this does this takes out metals. I think. I don't think it does anything to bricks, but I think you get dynamite eventually. But I'm so it's so cool to me that there are so many people making games and they're doing it this well. Like, I don't know how big this team is. It feels pretty small.
So Tracy is your mom?
I've not been.
Yeah, read the end of the message.
Mom.
Head of sales. Yeah. Yeah, she's your mom.
Okay. Yeah, she I guess moms.
So wait, this guy needs you to destroy his yacht?
His yacht?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably for the insurance.
Make room for Gordon's new yacht by
Demolish this room for new dock.
destroy proof of ownership by putting the safes in the ocean. I totally did not foresee this being an organized crime video game.
Yeah.
But I love it. So you're the cleaner.
Yeah.
Like, you are totally the fixer
Yep.
in this world. Oh. This is wildly dangerous. This is considered should be considered a confined space.
Yeah.
I'm like really, really nervous
Why?
because of that. Well, that was highly efficient.
Efficient over here, buddy.
You're still missing some of the supports, I think.
Yeah, it's because it's connected to this, so.
Oh, so no.
Sorry, neighbor.
Well, no, just break the dock, you.
Sorry, neighbor.
You bastard. What are you doing?
Sorry, neighbor. Ooh.
Grab valuable. An assortment of tequila.
Worth $120. That is decent tequila.
This is not going to work, though.
Think so?
I think the staircase is holding it up. And now you've got a blowtorch.
They used Half-Life controls for the weapon selection, like 1 and 2, but they're stacked.
Oh, there's one more support you missed.
Where's that?
Right there.
From here?
Oh, is that the other building? Oh, that is the other building.
Sorry, neighbor.
I think it's time to go to the surface and see what the heck's going on.
I probably just have to take this out.
Ow. What happened? Fell on your head?
I guess so. That's a huge fire over there. Oh, come on.
I mean, it's probably on the bottom now. So, like, I don't think it's a matter of, like, it doesn't need to be sunk further. It needs to be destroyed. Oh, wow. That is highly effective. Yeah, just cut the top off.
I don't think I can.
You could always burn it down. I guess if there's a fire, is that...
Do you hear that?
No.
It's a small child that needs my help.
This is...
Small child? Where is he? This better not be the goblin.
I was wondering if you were going to mention Spider-Man. Help me! Help me, Spider-Man!
Ooh. Just give it a little help.
So reckless.
Give it a little nudge.
So reckless.
Taking it out to sea.
Yeah, I guess technically if it leaves that box, it's not going to be too tall in the box.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of thought K-Dust was playing.
Was that from Crackdown?
No, San Andreas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't remember K-Dust?
I mean, I do.
I walk through life with a pitchfork in one hand and a torch in the other, and if you don't like that, fuck you and your fat wife.
And your fat wife, too. Demolition complete.
Playing with
Perfect.
the Queen
Sorry,
of
neighbor.
Hearts. Sorry, neighbor. Oh, shit. So that blowtorch is what started it all, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, when I was working on the what's it? Oh, no!
Yeah, you're boned, brother.
I didn't realize there was time.
You didn't see the countdown?
I wasn't paying attention.
You set a fire, and you didn't expect a helicopter to arrive?
I didn't expect
Dude,
anything.
Oh, you can't bring this boat closer, can you? Because that would make more sense. Hide from the scene of the crime. You know what? Don't even destroy the supports. See if you can just drive through the middle of the two houses.
You ruined my surprise. I was gonna do that. I was gonna get a really good.
I'm trying to be productive here, brother. I love how much big. Just push that one out of the way. You don't want that one to be an obstacle. There we go.
We've already lost half of our vehicle condition.
That's all right. You don't need vehicle condition. Oh, it's moored. It's fucking moored,
Is that
brother.
What it's called?
Yeah, when it's docked like that.
We might need vehicle condition after all.
Are you tied to the other boat? It feels like
they got
it.
connected.
Oh
yeah.
no! Oh no! We're taking on water. We're taking on water. All right, so maybe don't mash the other boat.
You were the one that suggested.
I know, and now I'm saying maybe don't. We learn things. We have to take these lessons into account.
Why do we fall, Master Wayne? So we can drive boats again.
Yeah, why do we sink?
Why do we sink?
So that we can restart.
So we can drive boats into our neighbors.
But you know what? Actually, maybe this boat would be better. Maybe this boat will be faster.
Oops.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Just don't lose that vehicle condition.
That silence from you.
Just figured you were going to be more graceful.
Yeah. Me, in this game.
You could do it, brother.
Graceful.
You could do it. You can do it. Straight through. Sorry, neighbor.
Oh,
Moving.
Oh,
Moving.
Oh, I can't believe that worked.
Yes. I believe we're inside the house.
Worked with an asterisk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you destroyed the whole thing.
Perfect.
That was amazing. You have so much house on your boat.
And that's the reason
You got another
why,
house on you there.
why the voxel works so great, because it would be so hard to program that.
The way it destroyed? Yeah, absolutely. You're just going to plow through the middle? You know what? Just ditch this boat. Get the other one. Finish it off.
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of worried that the house will float on the boat.
It might.
I'm curious if it's going to fall towards the ocean or not.
Don't take out the supports yet.
Why? What am I going to do?
Just drive the other boat
Oh.
straight into it.
Okay.
Just mash her. Now, what I thought was interesting is, like, your boat kind of, like, automatic. Oh, no, that's why.
Because you're moored.
Because we're moored, so that you only got free when you destroyed the post that was holding you. Okay. That's why you had so much trouble the first time. Oh,
But how
funny.
brilliant is it to have the player come back to the same level with different parameters? Because then you're spending less time on environment design, and you're also getting more creative with your environment. It's not just about putting a ship or a house at the end of a dock. You know, the next one's going to be even more complicated and somehow connected to another boat or something.
Yeah, I like. Oh, check it out! Look at that.
Oh, that was
then-
only one. Where's the second? Way over there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was so when you started that fire, that was the end of that mission.
Oh, we were never getting out of there.
Yeah, you were boned.
Yeah. We were moaned? Stoned?
Pwned.
Pwned. We got pwned.
Going way back, brother.
Boys got pwned. That is the only thing that I find cringy about Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2 is that the villain keeps saying, "We could own."
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god, together we would own.
Well, that's in the second one that he's I guess he's kind of a villain in both.
Yeah, he's
technically
the pre-villain.
Yeah, he's a villain in waiting.
Yeah.
You're actually supposed to destroy this or steal something. That's the safe that has to go in the water.
Dump it in the ocean. But I don't know, are we underwater? No, we're not underwater, so we have to drag it.
I do love the sheer amount of property damage.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it like showed you that at the end.
Dude, it's Oh, you can move it, nice. But it's the Italian job.
Yep, basically. Except we're not trying to keep it.
Well, if you manage to finish this, or if you manage to fail this mission, yeah, but they did dump it in the water.
True.
If you don't do this mission successfully, next time you have to blowtorch a hole under it. That is mandatory.
I'm sure there's gonna be a safe again. Come on, baby. No, it's too heavy.
So you got to go out the front door. I actually find it a little jarring the way you have to motion the doors open.
Yeah.
So why are you able to move it like 2 seconds ago? Oh, it was wedged. It was wedged in all your debris.
No, I don't know. I think it's like a particular way you have to move. Oh, you have to like roll it?
Whoa.
I love that.
Can you just wail on it? Nope. That's just because your guy doesn't know how to swing sideways.
Yeah, he hasn't got enough PP to learn like PP and like the Dead Rising PP.
Dead Rising. Oh, I was thinking
like
Pokemon.
He gets PP to learn new moves, and one of them is like that crazy overhead swing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dead Rising is dope.
Dead Rising is dope. So is Dead Rising 2. Dead Rising 3 to a lesser extent, and Dead Rising 4 didn't happen.
If I might suggest, widen the door. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Melt that jam.
Oh, you have limited...
Blowtorch fuel? Oh, okay, now I understand the need for the fire extinguisher.
That is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that that wasn't in the running for best graphics of this year, like, that's amazing.
That is pretty wild, yeah. It fits really well with the design aesthetic for the game.
I love that you're, like, together we're like the brothers heisting. Yeah, it's the brothers heisting.
Yeah. I mean, only one of us is getting our hands dirty, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah, the mastermind doesn't get things. Goodbye.
Well, that's deep water. Holy shit.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now we got to escape.
Wow.
On the other side, might as well take a speedboat.
Nice.
Go first person. Just chance that we.
It's a sexy looking boat.
Completely. Yeah. It's too bad I have to completely destroy it.
Oh man, are you even gonna make it under here?
Maybe not.
Can you get decapitated?
Duck.
Oh!
What happened to my boat?
I think you destroyed the motor and the wheel and.
I've heard of outboard motors, but upperboard motors?
Hey man, you destroyed that crew cabin. You never really know. Yeah. There was an optional mission.
Yeah, there was something you could do.
Oh, okay.
Touch yourself or something.
Well, I don't know. Didn't need that. Are you gonna fix your roof?
Would appear so. It's not always destroying things, brother. Life is not always destroying things.
This is the shittiest fix I've ever seen. Do you really think that was gonna work?
Surprisingly, yes. Are these not? You can't destroy this. What is this?
It's metal, like metal slabs.
Yo, where am I?
Is this serious? Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
I don't actually have to open doors like that, I think. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I do have to do that little wiggle.
It's a little jarring. Now, did you start a fire that's going to burn this place down?
Not yet.
I mean, you would... Okay.
Classic cars! Yes,
Nice.
Classic cars. I love it when people make video games that feel like old video games. That's what Helldivers 2 did for me. And Age of Empires 4.
Well, what did Helldivers 2 remind you of?
Like just go games, you know? Just classic fucking jump in there, literally dive face first.
Well, I haven't played Helldivers, but from what I've seen of it, it feels like it was designed very intentionally compared to a lot of what you see these days.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games tend to focus on a really high level concept, and they start to forget that once you start adding all these pieces to it, those pieces aren't necessarily going to jive if you didn't design it that way to begin with.
And that's the amazing thing about game development. Sometimes games are not ready, like a month before they go out. Sometimes there's aspects that were the thing that weren't in there until like 3 weeks before the game went out.
Because it wasn't thought of yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hadn't even considered it. But if you have a good frame, if you've built yourself a really nice system that allows you to move things around and kind of maneuver differently. Hello, boys.
I've definitely noticed that is critical when you're designing any digital system, is that you should only ever... Oh. So is this a later thing then?
Yeah, I think we're gonna pre, dude.
Any digital system that you're building, the only time you should go in and hard code something to work in a super specific way is if you've come up on a total wall and you have no other options. So every one of your components should be designed generically so that it works with whatever input comes its way. Like a great example would be in this game, you don't want to design certain structures so that they only react to certain vehicles, because then you hamstrung yourself to add new vehicles later, because you'll now have to go in and specifically indicate that this other vehicle also can destroy that. So instead, you want it to react to any other object coming near it. So that way, if it's a sledgehammer, if it's a piece of debris from an explosion, if it's another vehicle, it'll always interact with it.
Right.
That way, if you do throw something in last minute, you don't have to go back and like rewrite your source code.
Interesting. So I have to put... There's a boat over there with a truck inside the boat. I gotta steal this car, put the car in the boat.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I see now. I was blind, but now I see.
So an alarm's gonna go off when you move the truck.
No, the truck can be moved. I just can't remove the car. It's been alarmed. So yeah, so don't do stuff like that.
Don't destroy the truck.
Don't like take the door out like a dingus. Come on, door.
I mean, they didn't make it easy to get out of that. I think you're actually taking both doors with
Portions of the whole. Oh, we lost so much of the front end already. No, gotta do it myself.
Do not destroy this beautiful old car. Blowtorch.
You want me to set a fire right next to the car?
I just want you to cut through the metal, bro.
Shoot.
It's a robust car. It'll
Perfect.
be fine.
Yeah, they don't build them like they used to.
Oh, I see what's holding you up. It's not there. It's the top.
Oh, that's a blowtorch. Not next thing.
I was wondering what. So yeah,
I mixed them up.
Dude, look at your ramps.
Tragically.
Yeah, there you go. That's where you're getting stuck.
At weddings.
What?
Tragically at weddings?
Dude, just cut the ramps.
What? Oh.
Oh, actually, you might need the ramp
I'll need the
later.
ramps,
Yeah, okay. Maybe don't do that.
Okay. Let's just get down to it.
Yeah, I advise you remove the doors.
Think so?
Yeah. You know what? I really wish I could live my life like this guy. It would be so much easier if you could just fucking dismantle everything that gets in your way.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of political jokes to make after that.
Cut that fence. Like, just one vertical cut.
One vertical cut.
Yeah.
Oh, like get real smart with it? Like that?
Well, that's
And
horizontal.
then, like, they're interchangeable.
No, they are most certainly not.
Perfect.
Well, for
Look how
you,
smart I am.
for a man access, but what about for a big... Oh, I see.
Well, women can fit through there too. I'm an equal opportunist.
All right, you got a plan here? Oh, it'll actually open for that. That's cool.
Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, bum, ba, da. All right.
So this is okay. You need the crane.
Oh.
Yeah, you need the
You
crane,
think the crane will
for that
grab-
hook
will
in the
grab
middle.
that?
Yeah.
What do you call? Do you know what it's called?
An attachment point.
It's called a lifting eye.
That would be the most.
I don't know where am I supposed to go. Oh, secondary. I don't need to do that. I don't have to do the cars.
Correct.
Oh, what I'm getting them. I have to get them in the thing. I'm stealing them and going away with them.
Yeah, so you need the crane to lift that vehicle out onto the dock. And then, like, I don't think there's actually a use for the forklift per se, unless you need the forklift to put the cars onto your truck at the very end. I don't know if that's
It's a big boat.
a big boat. Just take the bridge out. Don't worry about it.
No.
Dude, you're drifting hard.
I know how to drive a big boat, okay? I've been on a big boat. Like, I cleaned a shipping container boat that was like 40 feet off the dock.
Really?
It was pretty wild.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. And we had to drag a giant vacuum up the net, like the net staircase.
Oh.
It was pretty freaky.
That, yeah.
The thing has to, because the boat rocks back and forth like a meter or so, they've only anchored the staircase to the boat, not to the ground.
Right, otherwise
So
it'd pull apart.
It moves back and forth, and you can hear it going like.
Oh, that's not unnerving at all. All right, you're definitely gonna have to cut down that mast.
Oh, the boat is sinking. The boat is sinking. The boat is sinking.
Oh my god, are you trapped in here?
I think I'm trapped in the boat. Let me out of the boat!
It's not actively sinking, is it? No, it's stopped.
No. Perfect.
Anytime there's a sinking...
I could have raised the bridge.
No, but this perfectly puts the boat where you needed it. You did exactly what you were supposed to.
Okay.
You got to get rid of that mast, though. That mast is totally going to get in the way. You're going to brave it? You're going to just have some mast-on-mast violence?
Yeah, you can't move the thing. That's unfortunate. Whoops. Okay. All right, reposition. Oh, hey, the mast is in the way. You'll never guess what's in the way.
You'll figure it out. You went down this road.
All right. So I got this. I used to be a forklift driver, so.
Yeah, I really hope it, like, snaps to that eye. Because otherwise this shit's never going to happen.
So disappointing if it didn't work.
It'll definitely work.
Oh, hook.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, no, you're going down. You're going down,
Back.
brother.
Go back. Go back.
Going down.
We got this. We got this. Don't snap it.
And don't destroy
Don't
the
destroy
car.
the thing.
Just turn around. Real slow, like.
Turn. Turn.
The car is still mostly intact. Lower it. Lower it.
I feel
Lower the boom.
this is an episode
There
of
you
Trailer
go.
Park Boys.
Push you a little further away. Holy crap.
Wouldn't the lower it is, the more pendulum it has, more pendulum effect it has.
Yeah, but it's also further from your cab,
Oh,
right? If you lower it, it'll give you a little more
Oh,
separation
I
room.
see that.
Yeah, there you go.
so I think at this point we're so close to this thing that all I need to do is just drive it off.
Yeah, exactly. So just put the bastard down.
Yeah, I want to angle it.
I would just put it down.
Yeah, I know you would, but it would be less interesting.
Oh, you have to unhook, I think.
No, we don't need. We're done.
Well,
with
you
this.
gotta move it.
We're done with
you
this.
You gotta move it. What are you
We're
doing?
done.
What are you doing?
No more.
Do you
thought
consider
required.
that complete?
Critical thought? No, thank you.
Just remember to put that car in before you trigger the other alarm, okay?
Think so?
I would advise it.
Why?
Because I'm telling you.
Wouldn't it be better to get the awkward one off of the back of the thing? Oh, I guess I can lower.
But there's an alarm on that one.
They're both alarmed.
Oh, if that one comes out of the box as an alarm?
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't think
That one
there's-
doesn't have wheels. I can't drive that one at all.
Which one?
The one we just did.
It has wheels.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the carapace, which is what they call it in bugs.
I believe they call it a chassis when it comes to cars. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's definitely wheels because you almost took them off by
Oh.
smashing it into your own face.
Okay.
No, you got to take out some of those upper
Perfect.
reaches. No, you got to take out
Down to the most minute
the
detail.
upper reaches. Yeah, there you go.
Come on.
I love how that is not a blowtorch. That is a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's kind of like how Elon didn't make a blowtorch, right?
Oh, definitely not a flamethrower. That's right.
Now, what did he call it?
Well, definitely not a flamethrower. That's actually like the name
That's the
of the
name of
product.
it?
Yeah. But it's a tiger torch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's it's really just a very large blowtorch. They use it a lot in like glassworking and well, a lot of people use it in winter work just to like heat up metal and other objects like that.
Perfect.
You can do it.
Every time with these doors.
This is gonna go well. That ramp is 100%. Oh, she's caught. Oh, nice. That's not gonna be a problem at all.
I'm a professional.
Leave it down. Just leave it down. See what happens. Oh, you're gonna have to put it down.
Perfect.
Or not. It is a little difficult to tell what's metal and what's not. Like, because the metal things are way more rigid.
A lot of this is difficult to tell what it is.
But that's the fun, I suppose.
Okay.
You're right. They are both alarmed.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
this is going to be a mess.
That's why you gotta like. You're just gonna have to book.
How the hell could you possibly get those documents and get both of these cars on the truck?
I think you keep these over here. You go over there, bust that alarm, and then just book it.
That's a very narrow 1 minute.
Or maybe even bring this car over
And drive it back?
and drive it. Yeah.
Well, no, you couldn't. Well, like, actually, you could do that. Yes, please lift up the ascent.
Oh, it's rear wheel drive. It's actual physics. I love that. That is so cool.
Yeah, see, it'll open for you. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Okay.
And I'm not normally a safe scummer, but like for entertainment purposes, I'm just not gonna do that again.
And so you're totally unconcerned about the difficulty of getting the other car out.
Yeah, you got 1 minute. You're fine.
Totally
You got
unconcerned.
1 minute. Oh, that you don't,
Yes.
you don't actually have to stock them.
Yes. I was
See,
really
like,
kind of
yeah,
hoping that.
we could have gone for the other ones, but you know, entertainment and stuff. Wow.
I do love the idea of putting an alarm that travels with the vehicle. If someone, you know, like the idea of alarming them somewhere that's mobile.
Yeah. I'm pretty into that too.
This is such an underwhelming path.
Yeah, you could go faster. I forget what game it was. Oh, it was Desperados 3. Shows you all the paths that all of your characters took.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Novice. I'm a novice.
Yeah, look at that.
The fuck?
Got some experience under your belt.
I don't mean to like do it jarringly, but there's like
It's the easiest way.
other than doing that like this.
Yeah, you might as well just do it jarringly.
Yeah.
A shotgun? Oh my god.
It's apparently like
Takes
Duke-
out metal?
Duke Nukem's
That is
shotgun.
amazing.
Oh,
Neat.
look at me.
Neato. And does this stuff stay broken?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
I
so.
understand now.
Seeing Lawrence keeps reminding me. Have you heard of the band Lawrence?
No, not that I recall.
You have not heard of a person's vocal performance like this woman. It's unbelievable.
Is she like the only singer?
No, they're all the singers, but it's just we're damaging.
Dump at least 3 expensive cars in the water.
Okay.
So there
In the
needs to be a
water.
fact-finding portion of this mission.
Yeah. Well, obviously this one. Was that a car?
Yeah, it is.
What is that, a car or something?
It's too bad there's a racetrack. I would like to be able to screw around with one of them.
Yeah. I've seen so many people's fancy doors like this. They're sitting on springs worth more than you spend on rent in a month.
They'd have to. They'd be so heavy.
But what a stupid argument to make to compare two things that aren't connected. Like, you put more money into this staircase than I make all year. Yeah. And if you figure it out too, you can do the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose. It's also weird to think like, yeah, but most people's staircases probably cost more than a month's salary.
Right.
Because a staircase is a fucking large object that has to be built well and like has to be finished and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense when someone says like your watch costs more than I make in a month because there's this obvious connection between like a frivolous item It's a little different when it's like, oh, your house is so expensive. But yeah.
The problem with the argument, though, is that there needs to be a good reason to make a lot of money. And if you tell people they're just not allowed to
buy nice things,
do what they want,
yeah,
then they won't make money.
Well, and that's part of the reason why I don't agree. There's a lot of use that blast door was. That's why I don't really agree with like the top tax bracket being 50%.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Because it just feels like you're telling somebody to stop working when at the end of the day, you know, you can make all the arguments you want about rich people and poor people, but when the rich people are working harder, that does trickle down to the people who don't make as much money. It's just a fact.
I think
right?
if we're going to tax the rich, we have to work the poor.
That's a great line. That's what I'm going to run on for my campaign slogan.
All right.
Tax the rich, work the poor. You got it worked out?
We just also got to leave.
In that time,
also
yeah.
Escape. But let me see if there's like a straight shot. Oh, there is. So there's an inexpensive car in here.
Does it matter how expensive they are?
They have to be expensive cars, yeah. Like you can't. I don't think I can do the other car that's in there. No, so it's just a regular car. What I mean is I'm going to use... Ooh, jalopy.
A jalopy. Is that an actual make, or is that just a term?
I think it's just a thing we say.
Yeah.
I think it's you and I say that. I don't think...
Oh, no. What do you mean? That's a common term.
Is it?
Yeah, jalopy, for sure.
Like an old jalopy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, people say that all the time, but I don't know if that was, you know, like if someone said, like, oh, yeah, he's driving an old Pinto, you know?
Oh, the shotgun is for going through, like, extra big stuff.
That it is technically increasing the severity of the crime that we're committing. Because you've discharged a firearm in the commission of a felony crime.
Right.
Not that anyone cares.
You think I give 2 shits or 1?
Well, at minimum 1.
At minimum.
At minimum 1.
Hello?
That the size of... What the fuck? Oh, okay, the door actually went up. I see.
Look how tiny this car is. It's so witty witty.
Yeah, it's a Honda Fit.
It's a Honda Civi.
So wait.
Oh, I got an idea.
Okay. Oh, okay, because you can bring that right to the water.
Don't give it away. Oh.
Well, hey, we're cooperative in this.
People are gonna do it.
I think people saw that coming. Is that a rhino?
Nobody sees rhinos coming.
That is fantastic. Love it.
And we're gonna use this to get back to a different vehicle.
Okay.
Oh, I love that you're slower on different materials. That's so cool.
Oh, the pool is empty for maintenance. I was wondering why they had just like a well.
A square well.
Just a just pressed well, yeah. What if... Oh, okay, because they're probably building like a new pool or something.
New pool just sounds like a place with a bad name.
Yeah. Oh, take a drive down to New Pool this weekend.
Yeah. What a clever response to say, New York? What happened to Old York?
That's low IQ thinking right there.
New Lowell? What happened to Old Lowell?
I believe they just called it Lowell. I did actually find it really interesting, like, when I first started to realize how many things in North America are named after places in Europe.
Yeah.
Because...
Ontario?
Well, you just get so used to things being called New York, New Orleans, New Mexico, and you just wonder, like, you know, was there an old Mexico? And then suddenly you realize, oh, there in fact was all of these things. But even then, what I find really crazy is there's some places where there's an original in Europe, there's another one named the exact same here, and then there's a new version of it. So it would be like, you know, Orleans, and then New Orleans. And it's like, okay, guys, we do have to come up with new names from time to time. Like, just name it after the guy who discovered it. Is that so difficult?
Yeah, but then people get mad about that too.
Yeah. And I always find that interesting how many city names are people names. Like, I don't know if that's maybe just really common where we are in, like, Southern Ontario, but tons of little towns are just, you know, named like Arthur.
And, yeah, in cities, or countries. Chad, Jordan.
I don't know if that is actually named after
America.
people. America. Yeah, you remember George America.
I do, actually.
But that is an interesting quote. Where does America come from?
Well, they're the Americas.
Yeah.
And that's it.
What? Yeah, I don't know the root word of that. That Zen garden just fucked you up.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, it doesn't make me very zen.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like having other cars here. I think maybe this tiny one's gonna do it for me.
Whoa. Nice.
It is so much
Claustrophobic.
scarier when you're inside of it. Wow.
All right. Oh, that was a
sorry,
sliding
they
door.
open.
Oh, that's cool.
Could have opened them.
So you can only do one
car.
quick save?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, we got that one. There's no sprint button. You just go the same speed. This one I don't even need to turn around. I think. Nope.
Just push it with the other one. Just go. Just go.
Oh. Me no do thinking anymore.
Yeah. Or you're just a dumb demolition guy now.
Whoops. I just knew I had time to make that joke.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, so note to self, turn that baby around.
I think so.
I couldn't believe it struggled so much on a 2-inch gap.
Yeah, well, the physics are a little weird, so I think reverse. I absolutely
Okay, well, yeah,
love
you
doing
dummied
that,
that one.
person.
That was
It's so
amazing.
much funnier. Look behind me. Safety first.
Yeah, the first person is amazing.
Whoops.
Go, go, go.
There's no way. There's no way. Because I also got to get in a vehicle.
You can do it.
I don't know why I'm like
You've got seconds.
testing myself or just
You've
saying.
got seconds. no back to it at all. You can do it. Straight shot.
Open! Open faster!
Where's the van? The van was supposed to be here.
We got this. I got a shotgun if the
helicopter arrives.
shows up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We got it. We did it.
I
Perfect.
love that the helicopter can't see you.
He's like, oh shit, dude.
Another 2 seconds and we would have had him. Wow.
I wonder if the line actually speeds up.
No, it seems pretty.
But I'm not driving. It.
Yeah, it actually
What
does.
happened there?
That was you crashed.
Oh.
Right? Oh my god, this is a comedy of errors, but you made it.
It's amazing. I love this game.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot more than I figured it was going to be. I also love that you come to at random places as if you're like a werewolf, and you finish these missions and you just appear.
Don't remember where you were.
What did I do last night?
Okay. Okay.
You have 2 mission options?
Heavy lifting. No. Oh, and GPS
Boat
devices.
GPS, okay.
Yep. We're back to the West Point.
All right. Yeah, I do like this idea that you're like a repeat offender.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they say, criminals always return to the scene of the crime.
The guys that stole the CADs out of our work vehicles came back like every 6 months, like it was a regularly scheduled stealing.
I'm sure you guys are on an Excel list somewhere, you know.
I don't know.
Potential targets.
If you watch these guys on the cameras, I didn't personally, but they didn't know what they wanted to steal or what could fit in the vehicle. They just knew that no one was going to show up.
Wow. And
the system is perfect.
Do you know it's the same guys, or is it just possible that there's like that much cat theft?
Oh, yeah. I mean, shortly after, I heard about some big Ontario ring that they busted up.
Mm.
Okay, so we're going to drive this boat over here. Because we have to steal the GPS device.
So that
this
boat.
guy, we can drive this boat over here.
Yep. And then drive that boat all the way down.
And then bring a car over here, pull this one out, and then dip.
Yeah.
Potato chip.
It's actually kind of...
What? That's not me. Best path? Is this what I did?
This is what you did last time.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But that doesn't even make sense because you didn't get the other required objective.
Yeah. I mean, no one had said it had to make sense, I suppose. I wonder if I can abuse the physics here. Well, it would have worked.
Yeah, if you could have climbed that, yeah.
I love that. It's such a... people don't understand game design. Because you have to make decisions like that. Like, should physics work that way? Or not?
Sometimes it's also not even a decision. Like, sometimes you build something that, you program it to work the way you think it'll work, and then you actually test it in the game, and you go, wow, that doesn't do what I thought it would do, but that actually is better.
Sometimes, yeah.
And those, I think, are sort of great moments where you could have designed it. What the fuck? You could have designed it that way.
Center.
But you wouldn't have had the foresight to design it that way. And something that I've also really noticed in modifying an older game, right, by making a private server in WoW, is that you have to know what's possible before you can even start in on what you want to do, right? Because if you just let your mind go wild, you can come up with things that just they're not possible. Like there isn't functionality in the game to support that.
Right.
So what I've actually spent a lot of my time doing is just pilfering all the databases to just say, okay, what is in here? And if I hadn't played the game as extensively as I have, it would have been more difficult.
Yep.
Because what I've been able to do is say, oh, okay, I want something that works like this. Well, I know there's an item that you could get from the Burning Crusade that would do roughly this. So I'll go and find that item, see how it works, and then use that to work backwards. Like, one thing that was really tough for me is there's virtually no spells you can toggle on and toggle off. The only spells that are kind of like that are stances, where, like, you click one or the other.
Right.
But it only goes off when you click a new stance. You can't just click the same one and have it come off. So I thought, who has a spell that you can toggle on and off? The Warlock has pets, and the pets have spells you can toggle on and off.
They do.
So I had to steal Dark Pact, which is the imp's like health bonus, and I used that in order to build the framework for my toggleable spells.
What is this?
This is one of the optional targets.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah.
There you go.
Didn't even
So
mean to do
leave
that.
that boat where it is.
Yeah, I was just playing Classic WoW, and that always kind of bothers me about Warlocks, is that how they have that like toggleable ability. I don't know why it bothers me, but
It is a little strange. It breaks the norm, that's for sure. So you're gonna go grab that other one on the truck, right?
My favorite thing about Classic WoW is all of the classes feel weird. It's like perfectly imbalanced, if that makes any sense.
Oh, agreed. There's way too much uniformity brought in the later expansions.
Yeah.
Like, particularly in Cataclysm. In Cataclysm, they were like, you know what? We don't like the idea that there always has to be a shaman. Okay, but you've made it so that there always has to be a shaman or a mage, right? Like, yeah, you've given a little bit of flexibility, but that was one of the beauties, was that shamans, yes, they were always a little overpowered, but they have their weaknesses. And so the idea was like, you have to bring a shaman in order to get this bonus. It would have made way more sense in my mind to give a different class you feel is underrepresented another big move like that. Not the same.
I remember watching a thing about balance, and they said it's better to buff to balance than it is to nerf. Like, it's better to bring others up to their level than to bring that powerful one down to a level. It just...
I'm guessing you heard that from Pirate Software.
No, I heard this one years ago.
Oh, okay.
But it was basically just like the way the perception by the player is that it's better to make a character like that.
Yes, because if you nerf something that's working, you alienate the player base on that character, and you don't necessarily have the highest opportunity of making everything even, because you're trying to bring something down to a level that is going to be harder to hit, Whereas bringing something up to a level that you already understand is going to be easier, and you're going to make sort of inroads with a decorative fish. Wonderful.
Yeah, sort of fish.
You're going to make inroads with the players that play those more underpowered classes.
Right.
Because they're going to respond well to it, and the people who are playing the overpowered ones aren't going to be harmed.
Right.
Yeah. It's a tough balance, and that's actually one of the things I've been talking about this for a while now, but I've been struggling with esports for that reason, because I would prefer a game that's a little more static.
That stays the same like soccer?
Yeah, and there's been some rule changes to those games, and I know with a digital game it's going to change more, but it does feel to me sometimes like it changes so much that you have to watch an unreasonable amount in order to stay current, right? Otherwise you're watching League of Legends and you're like, oh, this Zed is totally going to own this other guy, and then the other guy does moves you've never seen.
Yep.
So, I don't know. To each their own, certainly. But I would like for somebody to one day come out with a game that's borderline static. As static as you can get.
I think that's actually how
Very nice
how
escape.
a game dies. Thank you. I think that's actually how a game dies, and that's the problem.
Yeah, well, the problem too is that with soccer and things like that, people are encouraged to play those sports by their parents often.
Plank!
You can add planks.
Plank wood!
Beautiful. People are often encouraged to play these types of things by their parents, whereas video games are only played when people want to. And so your feeder league is the people that are just playing because they are interested.
Right.
Right? And so you do have that problem where the game has to be interesting enough to bring in all of the people that, are going to be your player base. And if it doesn't change, no one wants to come on for new classes and stuff.
It's such a tough argument because I think in a lot of cases, for example, Helldivers 2 had a huge amount of support right after it came out, and it was pretty clear that was stuff they planned on releasing anyway. They just wanted to make sure the game was right before they sent it out, and then once they got the game out and people were liking it, they could kind of relax, but then use that time to really blast out some stuff that was going to let people know that, okay, this isn't just the game. I think the game was good enough. The problem is there's certain aspects of a game that become boring, and it's not really the fault of the designer. Maybe it is, because I'll never be tired of the ratchet or the wrench in Ratchet and Clank.
Right.
But I definitely get tired of certain weapons in Helldivers or certain classes in WoW or something, right? So it's kind of a tough spot to find yourself in where you want people to feel like there's new stuff, but not be so new that it screws over the people who already liked it. And that's what happened with WoW. That's what happened with Call of Duty.
I was gonna mention Call of Duty.
The people who made that game, I wouldn't say made it game, but the success of the game came from the people who wanted to play it, but then they changed it
For the people who didn't want to play as much.
Oh no, it's a safe.
You know what you have to do.
Where do I have to bring it?
Is in Lee's safe. Move the safe to your escape vehicle. Whoa.
Oh. All right, well. What are we thinking?
Jesus. It says if you have time, get the other safe. How the hell?
If you have time.
Man, this 1 minute alarm thing is a
classic
real
boss
hold up.
move.
But yeah, you specifically have to
Dump.
Oh, okay. I got an idea. You pull the dump truck in on the first floor, and then you cut a hole in the roof, like I told you.
Yeah.
But I, to this day, would still be playing Call of Duty 4 if people played it.
Yeah.
If there was enough of a player base. And I think that's where the trouble comes in, is that I think there's a bunch of people that would be more than happy to play a professional esport that was, for lack of a better term, static, because they could get extremely good at it. And I always, when I played League, I was not super interested in new characters coming out. I always felt like the new characters were kind of gimmicky. Some of them were great, but some of them were just hey, we want the flashiest characters so that people will buy them with their RP.
That is always a concern When we were playing Siege, we always had this theory that the new ones, they always came out overpowered, so that you would the season's pass was more valuable.
Yeah, and then over time they would nerf them down.
Usually in the time between the early access aspect of the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so where my mind always goes is that when I would play League, the goal for me was to get extremely good at the fundamentals, and I enjoyed the sort of testing your mettle, if you will, against the other guy, right? Having that head-to-head of, like, who has the better skills, who has the better management of their waves, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then it was always frustrating when, like, a new character comes out, and it's like, okay, well, now I gotta learn a new moveset and a new counterplay, and it was fine when they went from 40 to 60, but once they went from 60 to 100, it's a lot.
I've been really enjoying Age of Empires 4 right now, and I've been playing it on what I consider the purest form of it, which is 1v1 skirmish. Just you and another dude. Well, for me, it's mostly an AI, but you can play online. Online's are all right. The only downside is that I don't have an unlimited amount of time, so I can't just start playing with somebody and then go, well, it's breakfast time. And then,
yeah.
But I do play the AI. Just curious if this is going to work. Ooh. Come on, baby.
Beautiful.
Yeet.
Beautiful.
We'll just do it the Italian job style. Isn't that the quote from the movie?
No, we'll do it like the Italian job.
We'll do it like the Italian job style.
Close enough.
We'll do it styled out. We just won't let Donald Glover die this time.
Just speaking of like when games go a little too far in what they want to add, I started playing Diablo Immortal.
Oh.
Because I thought, like,
oh no,
let me check this out. Let's see what it's about. And to their credit, the game actually has a good feel on the face of it. Well, that was easy.
Oh, I thought I had to work the...
You probably could have driven right into the boat. But the game feel is pretty good. But the problem that I found with it is that there is so much shit to do in that game that it often feels like you're missing out constantly, because you would have to play like all day long to actually do like the daily missions, and there's like pets you can have, plus like the gems like normal. There's legendary gems, but there is no joke 30 plus legendary gems, and each of them have specific attributes that they give you. So it's like, oh, well, you get a refund on this, or is that T4 or a C4?
Okay,
well, it worked.
We know it works.
And so you just think, like, I remember the first time I had to sit there reading for like 15 minutes to figure out what all these gems did just to buy them. And so sometimes that undermines the value of a game where I love that there's lots for people to do. And I know it's been out for a long time, so they've probably added that stuff over time. But they've designed it in a way where everything hits you instantly. It's like, hey, do this and that, and have you figured this out? And oh, you got to buy this bundle. And it really undermines the pureness of the game experience. Mm-hmm. Like playing Diablo 3 was a masterpiece in my mind.
After the game worked. Because it had massive system errors and like server problems and all that stuff.
Really? I did not know. Like, I must have come in after that.
Yeah, we were both late to that party.
Oh, okay.
But it was hugely disappointing because it was always online, even if you're playing on your own.
And that I've really been frustrated with, because it's the same way in Immortal. And I just wish there was a way to make a character that wasn't on the fucking leaderboards, so that, like, you know, we don't care if you cheat, just go do whatever you want to do.
Well, Blizzard is the furthest away from just have fun.
I know.
So, and you know the controversy around Immortal in general, right?
Sort of. So I know that at E3 they rolled it out. Holy shit, brother. At E3, the idea was, we're going to have this new Diablo game. And then they said, yeah, and by the way, it's on mobile. And everyone just went, what are you talking about? That's not at all what we want.
Well, and then they had a really bad response on stage. They said,
didn't they tell
don't you guys have phones?
Yeah, they basically told them to piss off.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's the fact that we don't have phones.
Such a dick move. And it's tough because like Diablo 4 has now come out, but it's been so long since Diablo 3 that I kind of lost interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that happened to a lot of people.
Oh, and Diablo 4 had one of the grossest monetization things I've ever seen in video games. They had I'm trying to take out a side.
It won't fall.
So that when I chip like the last portion of it, it just goes.
Okay.
The Seasons Pass is one button away from purchasing it. It's, I don't know how much it is, but it doesn't ask you if you're sure. You can just accidentally press the button and there are no refunds.
What?
Yeah. On top of all of the other stuff that I don't know pisses people off about, because there's lots of Diablo streamers who, you know, they're always playing those games. So when the fourth game comes out, it's like, oh, you know, how do you feel about it? And they want to give it a good try, but a lot of them are just really disappointed with a lot of the things about the game. I don't know enough about it, but
yeah, and you know, that's not the exact reason, but that's a big part of why I don't like putting my credit card information into a game or like any kind of online system.
Yep.
Because I do worry about that it's just gonna be, oh, oops. Like, yeah, we charged you. Now you got to phone us to try and get your money back or not even get it back, right?
Yeah, if you're lucky, yeah.
And that really bothers me because I love Blizzard's games. Truly.
And they know that.
Yeah, I guess that is the problem. You know, they've made some tremendous games, but it is tough just sort of knowing that the company that, you know, you have admiration for is just kind of a piece of shit.
You know what's kind of funny though is that a lot of people say like it was when Activision got involved, but
I don't think that's true.
Sorry, EA, but they were actually in bed together for a lot longer than we knew, like 2008, like
Whoa.
way back there. Oh yeah,
interesting.
They just didn't become. I don't think they became like responsible for decision making until the later years.
Right. So they were always in concert. They just weren't controlled by them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think in the beginning, no one really believed in them, so it was easy to purchase them.
Who?
Blizzard.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I could be wrong about every single thing that I just said, but that's the internet.
Well, yeah, I mean, why would we come out here and only give opinions that we're certain of?
Yeah,
Way more
exactly.
fun to just throw things in, you know, see what happens.
Oh, this is. Oh, wait a minute! I don't have to use just these Whoa! Whoa!
Can you move those?
Whoa! Come on, buddy. I wonder if I can use.
Well, you're almost there. Do you not want to just finish off the?
I don't think I can do it with the amount of bombs I have.
I think you can. You got 4 left.
I'm also worried that these two connectors.
Well, those are easy. You can sledge them later.
Think I can sledge those?
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta
one
get
here?
this whole So right at the corners, right there, and then the other corner there.
Right here.
Yeah, like that should be pretty close.
Oh!
Oh! She's coming!
Oh!
Oh my God, those are elastic.
I wasn't wrong.
They're elastic.
If you needed any more reasons to get your ducks cleaned, just know that they're that strong.
Oh my God! All right,
And
all
it
right.
is totally not OSA appropriate.
You were right.
To
You
walk
should have busted them first. That would have been a lot more satisfying.
well, this is kind of satisfying.
The Leaning Tower of Grain.
But yeah, it's really not OSHA appropriate to walk under a building that's leaning like this, you know?
Nah, it's fine.
Oh,
Is it still moving?
I'm going to ride it down. I'm going to ride the lightning. Oh, these aren't ducks.
Yeah, I think it's like a grain elevator. I'm so glad there's no falling damage. Oh yeah, you can just blast it from down here.
That does nothing.
The one thing I do think is a fun aspect. Oh, it's so tenuous. It's not gonna go over the elevator and the.
Yeah?
Oh no!
Not going to go over, eh?
Oh no! That's some solid brickwork, bro.
Physics, baby.
That's some solid brickwork.
We got it.
It's weird. It doesn't like. Yeah, it just doesn't say, "Hey, you did it." Very anticlimactic.
That was amazing. I so want it. Oh!
Careful. Well, that was even more underwhelming. You didn't even dent the brick. You just made it a little smoky.
Yeah, I was away from home and didn't have video games for a weekend, and I was on my phone, being like, "I should find some games."
That was a mistake.
There's no games on
Yeah,
there.
no.
It's worse than the PS3. Phones truly have no games.
Yeah, you know what? There's actually one game. It's too bad. I would have suggested it if I knew you were going to be doing that. It's called The Sword of Zolan. It's the one I've been trying to bring to the channel for a while. It's a side-scrolling platforming sword game, and I would consider it a proper game. It's a short game,
Nice.
but it is like the best experience you can get on the phone, and there's nothing you can buy in the game except turning off ads for $1.
For $1.
For $1, which I did like a long time ago because I was just like, well, that's easy. There's actually a lot of games that I've played where if they wanted it, if they said like, oh, it'll be $1 or $1.99 to turn off ads, I would. But some games, it's like $15 or $6. Craziest game I ran across is Cut the Rope. I don't know if you remember that game.
Oh, with Omnom?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The cost to turn off ads is $14 a month.
A month.
A month.
Greed.
And not only that, I beat all 16 boxes in like 21 days or something like that. So it was just like, who plays this game for multiple months?
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, people aren't necessarily like they're not all smart, and they know that.
Yeah,
it's like I've talked to people many times where I've suggested certain things.
Well, if you've ever watched Caleb Hammer's show,
oh yeah,
the number of people that spend like hundreds of dollars on those games, it's unbelievable.
Oh, I was just gonna say in like a specific, specifically that I think I can do that. We're gonna try it. We're just gonna give her. I've heard many people say stuff like, well, it was the most expensive thing. Like they think that that's the reason why it's good.
Oh.
Like I chose the best thing because it was the most expensive at the store. Oh, you motherfuckers.
Are you gonna try? Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not exactly how it works, but yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
What's up, bitches?
Oh my goodness.
Except I don't know where the art is. Where's the art? The art was supposed to be here. Doors. Oh, that's right. That's right. This is how I did it. And this is how I did it.
There isn't even any art in this building. The shotgun is amazing.
Yes, I busted open this so that I had a... Yeah, we're going to have to work our way backwards here. Not forwards.
Okay.
Not forwards.
I was wondering why the alarm was just attached to like a $1 coin on the wall.
It's the first NFT, bro. This guy built his empire on crypto. That's why there's nobody here.
Yeah, I can't believe how much of a flash in the pan that NFT thing was.
I really wish I had got a little bit of that fire.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's just as many things now as there always was, I think. But they're just more visible. The things where if you get in early, you could definitely make money. I just think that you have to remember that you will be making money by other people losing it. And some of those other people who are losing it are just basically gullible fools. So you have to be okay with that.
When they're losing your money, there's a whole group of people that do something called OPM.
Other people's money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll only spend other people's money. You ever seen Billions?
No.
It's a show about two like really powerful dudes, and they just don't like each other.
You gotta ride that elevator up again.
Is it up?
Yep.
Okay, so this is how I did it. I went up, busted, went down, busted. No! Guy's leaving valuables on top of his
Oh, look at
elevator.
that.
I mean, he basically deserves it. I was just in an elevator the other day, or yesterday, in a house, which is pretty cool. But no inner cage.
Ooh.
So you just went down like this.
Oh, I don't like that.
And
at
I was like,
all.
this is... I even said to my helper, I was like, we're doing this for one thing, and that's it.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not-
sketchy.
We don't need to... I thought that was a ghost. I thought it was like a boo.
A boo ghost, yeah.
I wonder if this guy keeps explosives in his house.
Oh, it's probably somewhere.
Yeah, especially if he's an NFT guy.
Oh, it's fucking NFTs. Yeah, it's just it's so amazing to me that people have always been trickable. There's always been like, oh, well, I'll sell you this magic coin, right? And this magic coin will do whatever, and people just buy it, saying like, well, yeah, the guy told me the magic coin would do the thing.
Yeah.
But it will never not surprise me that people will put large amounts of money into things without understanding how it works. Hey, you don't have to bust a hole. You just walk out the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out where the art... I forget where the art is.
There's no art in here.
There's
We
no
just
art
went
in
over this. This is where the car is going to land.
What? Oh.
You already found the other 2 pieces of art.
Oh, that.
Oh, you have to steal 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I guess I could go
Yeah,
here,
nab that
drive a
one
car,
first. Yeah.
here,
Ramp
have
it.
a car ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it is a coin. Deep.
Okay, that's gross.
What?
But
What's gross about that?
I don't know. Just a deep, anything deep, I just find weird. But I can't imagine someone saying, hey, I'm going to sell you this picture. And you say, okay, well, can other people have this picture? Yeah. Okay. So,
But it's yours.
but if people go to the URL of my picture, they can download it. Yes. And that URL is public. Yes. So then how is it mine? Well, it's yours because the ledger says it's yours. Right, but everyone has access to it. Just like I can understand where people are told like, hey, it doesn't matter if you understand it, it's a store of value. But at a certain point, you have to think like, is this nonsense? Back in the 1600s, there was a tulip craze.
I'm aware.
And during this tulip frenzy, a tulip went from costing the equivalent of a loaf of bread to costing more than a month's salary. And then at the end of it all, people went, it's a fucking tulip. Like, who cares about a tulip? And I just don't understand how it's so easy to convince people into, like, Ponzi schemes and
There was
all these other things.
there was an no.
You were asking for that one, brother.
There was an even more recent one. Do you remember Flappy Bird?
Yes.
Flappy Bird was a game built off of a very old game that apparently no one ever heard of, because otherwise they wouldn't have thought it was as valuable. And for some reason, that version of that game got stupid popular. And I am some kind of Flappy Bird purchaser.
Just go slow. Just go slow,
But I
brother.
only have 59 seconds.
And that's plenty. Yeah, there you go. Enter that way. Beauty. Flappy
yeah,
Bird.
so Flappy Bird got copyright claimed, essentially, so they had to stop making it. But if your phone already had it, then you could still play it.
Oh, that's right.
So people who had it on their phone were selling their phones for sometimes hundreds of dollars.
Unbelievable.
I had a friend who tried, and I think he got scammed.
Oh, no. Well, I guess, I don't know. In some ways, you're playing a fool's game. So if it happens, it happens.
We don't have time.
We're not
Not enough time. I think I should have started here. I
You
ran past
missed
the art.
All right. Well,
I'm like
because you're
an
right.
I'm like an NFT
Like,
guy.
how the hell do you even get out of here now?
I missed the point. I mean, where's the
I don't even think we
vehicle?
checked.
Down here.
Oh.
So why did I do that?
Huh.
Why did I do that?
So, the best way... Hang on, go to the map again. All right, so I think the best way is you still get the car, you still hit the sick ramp, but then you just hop out the window and go to the boat. So I think that should be the last step. So...
And how am I going to get down here fast, though?
So is there a car up on the terrace somewhere? Like, is there a car under that awning or something?
Yeah, it might be hidden.
Because alternatively, you can go steal that car, drive it up the ramp, and then just leave it there.
And just drive up here.
Yeah. So then that car gets you back to here, and then you go and get the deep coin.
So the ramp isn't involved in the heist, it's just cool?
Yeah. But why wouldn't you want to hit a sick ramp, bro?
I love that. I wonder if I can hit... If I can just drive over this ramp over here. Maybe just ahead of time I'll... Really?
Yeah, man. It's a shotgun.
Exactly. I don't think I can.
What do you mean?
Get over...
That lip?
The lip.
You hit it hard enough.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry.
But the fact that you've pre-weakened that area should help, because then you only have to damage,
Okay, so I'm gonna hit that then. Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense.
So just make sure that this truck is in a good spot. Is that where you want it?
Isn't that a good spot?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you'll come right off there.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could jump out
Actually...
and then here. Or I could jump out over there
Yeah.
next to this elephant, but this grass isn't gonna...
That is a... Oh, it is an elephant.
It's gonna be a problem.
So yeah, leave the truck where it is. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just point it.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you think... You know the band Cage the Elephant?
Yeah.
Do you think the name is a male chastity belt? Like, because it looks like a caged elephant?
Cage the elephant. Wow. Unfortunately, that actually does sound...
Hey.
Dude, are you gonna get crushed?
No. 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 No.
Okay, stop panicking. It's not moving.
It's less interesting for the video, though.
Get out of the hole. Get out of the hole.
Oh, that's right. I have planks.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I've been
Planking.
wondering what the hell we're doing.
A cultural footnote. Come on.
Yeah, somebody...
Dingus.
we were visiting some family, and they're a highly competitive family, so they were doing a plank challenge.
Nice.
And someone was like, yeah, we're not going to plank from our elbows. We're going to plank from our shoulders. And someone was like, what? Don't you mean like on your elbows? And then someone said, you can't plank from your shoulders. And I said, clearly you've never watched YouTube before. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. You just cost yourself valuable seconds, brother.
Valuable.
Valuable. Hit the hole. Hit the hole. Where are you going?
Sorry, I was aimed wrong. This is better.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You got it. There you go.
I'm not so sure we got it here, but
No, you got it. You got it. It's good. It's good.
it did take us...
Yeah, through the glass. Through the glass. Hop out. Beautiful. Beautiful. I keep forgetting you're stealing the art and not the car, and I always wonder why you don't go straight for it. God damn it! Out the door. Out the door. Oh, this is gonna be narrow. Yeah, I was gonna say hit it. What you should do next time, because I don't know if you're gonna make it. Oh.
Where was the boat? The boat was supposed to be here. Ah! So those seconds you were telling me about earlier were the reason.
Next time, when you get to the top of the ramp, just crank the wheel right in the last half second.
Okay.
So you'll shoot off to the side. Believe me, I have experience. Crackdown cars taught me a lot about this kind of thing.
Believe that.
There you go.
Thanks,
you go.
elephant.
You're moving. You're moving.
Fucking bush.
And honestly, dude, just follow the same path you did last time.
Nope.
Oh, no, you're changing it up.
Contrarian Mitch.
Changing it up. Get out.
You motherfucker.
You should have done what you did last
Oh,
time.
I never trust a F-250 again.
Yeah, stupid pre-drilled holes.
Same timing. This is same timing.
Yeah, you can do it, though, if you hit the ramp better. If you hit the ramp better. Okay, go.
I also messed up.
Go. Yeah, you messed up the car.
The car last
Gotta
time.
actually get in it this time. Get in the car. Okay, you got it. You got it. You got it. Okay, well, that was not exactly what I had in mind, but this is smart.
It doesn't crank.
This is smart.
There's no crank option.
This is good. This is good.
That almost didn't work.
You and pressing E are not getting along right now.
That was perfect.
Wow.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Next time, we will steal a valuable piece of art and replace it with an exact replica and have people believe it was the real one for years, causing it to be the most famous work, even though it wasn't a very high valuable piece of art.
What piece of art is that?
The Mona Lisa.
Is that how that happened?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I've not heard that story.
That's how it went on Mr. Bean.
That's where I get all my research from.
When people say do your own research, they don't mean